Welcome to our deep dive today,
Okay.
where we'll be exploring the incredible power of your subconscious mind.
Oh,
We're
right.
using the book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, as our guide,
Ah.
and our mission is to uncover how you can use this power in your everyday life.
Yeah.
We'll be unpacking some really intriguing concepts,
Okay.
things like why you sometimes get the opposite of what you pray for,
Oh, wow.
and how suggestions can create actual physical reactions,
Really?
like blisters.
It's fascinating how much of our lives are influenced by our subconscious, even when we're not aware of it.
Yeah.
The book dives into the science behind it,
Okay.
showing how it's not just some mystical concept, but a powerful force that can shape our reality.
It's like we have this supercomputer in our heads,
Oh.
and we're only using a tiny fraction of its processing power.
Yeah.
I'm curious to understand how this subconscious mind actually works,
Okay.
and more importantly, how we can start using it to our advantage.
Well, the book begins by making a clear distinction between the conscious and subconscious mind. Okay. Think of your conscious mind as the captain of a ship, making decisions and charting the course.
Right.
The subconscious mind is the powerful engine room below deck propelling the ship forward.
Uh-huh.
The captain might be making the calls,
Yeah.
but without that powerful engine,
Yeah.
the ship isn't going anywhere.
That's a great analogy.
Thanks.
But it's not like we have two separate minds, right?
You got it. It's
Yeah.
more like two levels of the same mind working together.
Okay.
But here's the key.
Okay.
The subconscious mind is incredibly powerful, but also impersonal.
Hmm.
It doesn't judge or discriminate.
Right.
It simply accepts what the conscious mind believes is true.
Well, yeah.
So if you believe you're going to get seasick,
Yeah.
your subconscious will actually create the conditions for that to happen.
Wow. So it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly.
If we feed our subconscious negative thoughts and beliefs,
Right.
it will manifest those in our lives.
Precisely.
Wow.
And the book goes deep into examples of this.
Oh.
Like the story of a doctor who, long before the discovery of germs,
Okay.
was able to suggest to his patients that they wouldn't get infections after surgery.
Uh-huh.
And remarkably, they didn't.
Wow.
It speaks to the incredible influence of the subconscious mind on our physical well-being.
That's mind-blowing. It makes you realize how much power our beliefs actually have.
For sure.
But if our subconscious believes whatever our conscious mind tells it, then theoretically we can change those beliefs, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The book emphasizes that we are not stuck with the programming we were given.
Okay.
We have the power to reprogram our subconscious minds with the beliefs and thoughts we choose.
All right.
This is where techniques like autosuggestion come into play, where you consciously plant positive suggestions into your subconscious.
So it's not just about positive thinking.
Right.
It's about actively feeding your subconscious mind with the beliefs and outcomes you want to experience.
Exactly.
Wow.
And the book provides some really compelling examples of how this works. Okay. Take the famous opera singer Caruso.
Okay.
He used autosuggestion to overcome crippling stage fright
Mm-hmm.
by literally telling his fear, his little me, to get out,
Right.
his subconscious. The big me responded,
Wow.
allowing him to perform flawlessly.
That's incredible.
It is.
I'm starting to see how this could be applied to so many areas of life,
Yeah.
not just stage fright.
Right.
If we can learn to control our subconscious, we can potentially overcome fears, achieve goals,
Right.
and create the lives we want.
That's the premise of the book.
Okay.
And it lays out specific techniques for doing just that.
Okay.
One of the most powerful methods is learning how to pray effectively, what the author refers to as scientific prayer.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Is this about specific religious practices?
Not at all.
Okay.
This goes beyond any specific religion.
Right.
It's about aligning your conscious and subconscious mind for a specific purpose. And it's less about the words you use and more about the feeling and belief behind those words.
Okay.
It's about creating a deep conviction in your subconscious that what you desire is already yours.
So it's not about begging a higher power for something, but rather working in harmony with your own mind to make it happen.
Precisely.
Wow.
The book outlines 3 key steps for this type of prayer.
Okay.
First, clarity.
Okay.
You need to have a very specific, clear vision of what you want.
Right.
Not just a vague hope,
Uh-huh.
but a crystal clear image of the desired outcome.
Okay, so specificity is key.
It is.
What's the second step?
Belief.
Okay.
You have to genuinely feel the reality of your desire as if it were already true.
So really feeling it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine yourself already living in that reality,
Mm-hmm.
experiencing the emotions associated with it. More vividly you can feel it,
Yeah.
the stronger the impression it makes on your subconscious.
It sounds almost like acting, like really embodying the role of the person who already has what they desire.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
The third and final step is acceptance.
Right.
Trusting that your subconscious will bring your desire to pass.
Right.
It's like planting a seed and having unwavering faith that with the right conditions, it will grow into a plant.
Right.
You don't have to micromanage the process.
Uh-huh.
You just have to trust the natural unfolding.
This is really resonating with me. It makes so much sense.
Good.
The book shares a story about a woman who used this method to attract her ideal partner, right?
Yes.
Okay.
She didn't focus on the plague of
Yeah.
the how.
Right.
She simply visualized his qualities,
Mm-hmm.
felt the joy of their connection,
Yeah.
and trusted that her subconscious would bring him into her life.
And it worked.
And sure enough, it did.
That's amazing.
It is a great example.
It really highlights the power of belief.
It does.
But what if you have limiting beliefs, doubts, and fears that are holding you back?
That's a great question.
How do you overcome that?
That's where the law of belief comes in.
Okay.
The book argues that it's not about what you believe in, but the belief in your own mind that truly matters.
Yeah.
Your subconscious responds to your beliefs,
Right.
not external facts.
So if you believe you'll be successful, even if the odds are stacked against you,
Uh-huh.
your subconscious will work to make that happen.
That's the idea.
That's a powerful concept,
It is.
but also a little scary, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the book talks about that man who died because he believed a fortune teller's prediction.
It is a sobering example of how powerful our beliefs can be.
Wow.
He essentially created the conditions for his own demise
Yeah.
by focusing on that negative suggestion.
But on the flip side, doesn't the book also mention people being healed at shrines and holy places?
It does.
Okay.
And the argument is that it's not the place itself that holds the power,
Right.
but the unwavering belief of the people who go there.
Uh-huh.
Their faith, their deep conviction,
Okay.
activates their own subconscious healing power.
So it all comes back to belief.
It really does.
We have to be incredibly mindful of the beliefs we hold because they really do shape our reality.
They do.
If we want to change our reality, we have to change our beliefs first.
That's the first step.
But how do we actually put all of this into practice?
Right.
Are there specific techniques we can use to start working with our subconscious mind?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
The book is full of practical techniques for harnessing this power. And that's what we'll be diving into in part 2 of our deep dives.
Can't wait. This is already so eye-opening.
There.
I'm excited to learn more about how to actually apply these concepts to my own life.
I think you'll find it very useful.
See you then.
See you then.
Welcome back. Last time we explored the difference between the conscious and subconscious mind, the power of suggestion, and the importance of belief. Now, I'm really curious to dive into those practical techniques you mentioned. Where do we start?
Let's jump into how you can apply these principles to attract more wealth and success in your life. The book emphasizes that your subconscious doesn't really distinguish between what's real and what's imagined.
So, like, if you imagine yourself as wealthy,
Yeah,
your subconscious is like, okay, this is happening.
exactly.
It's real.
This means that consistently imagining yourself as wealthy and successful
Huh?
can actually start to make it your reality.
So it's not just about wishful thinking. It's
Right.
about creating a vivid and consistent mental picture,
Yes,
like a mental movie.
you got it.
Okay.
It's about impressing that image of wealth and success onto your subconscious mind,
Right.
making it such a dominant belief that it starts to attract those experiences into your life.
So the mental movie method we talked about earlier would be a great tool for this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Visualizing yourself living a life of abundance,
Uh-huh.
feeling the gratitude for the wealth you already have,
Okay.
those are powerful ways to align your subconscious mind with your goals.
What about that?
Techniques like the Thank You, Father method play a role here too. By cultivating genuine gratitude for every bit of abundance in your life,
Right.
you're shifting your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance.
It's like you're tricking your subconscious
Okay.
into believing you're already wealthy,
Yes.
and then it starts to attract more wealth.
Exactly.
The book has some incredible stories about
Yeah.
people using this technique to overcome financial hardship and achieve incredible success.
Right. What's fascinating is that these principles aren't limited to finances.
Oh, really?
They can be applied to any area of life,
Hmm.
including finding love.
Okay, tell me more about that. How can we use our subconscious mind to attract the ideal partner?
The key is to be crystal clear about the qualities you desire in a partner.
So I should make a list.
Well, I don't just mean a list of physical traits.
Oh,
It's
okay.
about going deeper,
Okay.
visualizing yourself in a loving, fulfilling relationship with this person.
So you're saying I shouldn't focus on finding someone with specific hair color or job title?
Not really, no.
Okay.
But rather on the feeling of love and connection.
Okay.
Create a mental movie of going on dates,
Mm-hmm.
having meaningful conversations,
Okay.
sharing laughter. Really engage all your senses to make the experience feel real.
So really feeling it.
Yes.
Wow.
The more you embody those feelings of love and joy,
Right.
the more you'll radiate that energy outward
Yeah.
and attract a partner who resonates with those qualities.
It's almost like becoming a magnet
It is.
for the kind of love you want to experience. The
Exactly.
book mentions a woman who used this technique to attract her perfect partner, right?
She did.
Okay.
She focused on the feeling of love,
Nah.
the qualities she desired,
Okay.
and trusted that her subconscious mind would bring the right person into her life.
And it worked.
And it did.
I love that.
It's a great story.
It gives me so much hope. It seems like a lot of this comes down to changing those underlying beliefs that might be holding us back. What about things like fears and phobias? Can the subconscious help with that too?
Absolutely. Remember, fears are often rooted in negative beliefs and past experiences that have become embedded in our subconscious.
So they're not real.
They're real in the sense that they're causing you distress,
Uh-huh.
but they're often based on thoughts and beliefs that aren't necessarily true.
Okay.
To overcome a fear,
Right.
you need to change the underlying belief.
So it's not just about facing the fear head on.
It can be part of it,
Okay.
but it's also about addressing the root cause.
So going deeper.
Precisely.
Okay.
The book suggests several techniques for doing this. Gradual exposure is one, starting with small steps to desensitize yourself to the thing you fear.
Okay, like baby step.
Exactly. Visualization and affirmation are also powerful.
Okay.
Imagine yourself successfully overcoming the fear,
Right.
feeling the relief and confidence of being free from that phobia.
It's almost like acting.
Yes.
Okay.
And repeat affirmations like, I am fearless, or I am in control of my emotions, to reprogram your subconscious with a new belief.
So instead of saying, I'm terrified of spiders, you might say.
I am capable of handling encounters with spiders calmly.
Okay, interesting.
The book is full of amazing stories about people who used these techniques to overcome phobias that had controlled their lives for years.
Wow, and these techniques can be used for anything.
And what's really interesting is that these same principles can be applied to achieving any goal or solving any problem.
So there's a kind of universal formula
In a way, yes.
for working with the subconscious.
It starts with understanding the power of your subconscious mind
Mm-hmm.
and recognizing that it can shape your reality.
Okay.
Then you align your thoughts and beliefs with your desired outcome
Right.
using techniques like visualization, affirmation, and gratitude.
Mm.
And finally, you trust the process,
Okay.
knowing that even if you don't see immediate results,
Yeah.
your subconscious is working behind the scenes to bring those desires to fruition.
That trust element seems crucial.
It is.
If you doubt or worry constantly, you're essentially sending mixed signals to your subconscious mind, hindering its ability to manifest what you want.
That's right. It's like planting a seed and then digging it up every day to see if it's sprouted yet.
Yeah, like checking on it every 5 minutes.
Exactly. You need to give it time and space to grow.
This is also fascinating.
It is.
It really makes you realize how much potential lies within us.
For sure.
But there's so much to consider,
Yeah.
even beyond what we've talked about already.
There's a lot to unpack.
Does the book delve into any other areas where this subconscious power can be applied?
It does. There's one more area we haven't touched on yet.
Okay.
And it's a big one.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
The role of sleep.
Okay. I'm all ears. I could definitely use some help with getting a better night's sleep. Does the book have any tips for that?
It goes deeper than just sleep hygiene.
Okay.
The book presents sleep as a time when our subconscious mind can work uninterrupted, connecting with deeper wisdom and bringing forth solutions and insights.
You know those aha moments
Yeah.
we sometimes have in the shower or upon waking up? Those are often our subconscious delivering the goods.
That's the idea.
So we're actually learning and problem solving even while we sleep.
Exactly.
Wow, that's amazing.
It is. The book mentions research
Okay.
indicating our senses remain active during sleep, picking up on information that our conscious mind might miss.
So we're taking in information.
That's like downloading data while your computer is in sleep mode.
That makes sense.
It is. And that's why the book stresses the importance of using sleep time intentionally.
Okay, how do we do that?
One way is to impress your desires onto your subconscious before you drift off.
So before I go to sleep, I
Yes.
should be thinking about.
Visualize your goals,
Right.
affirm your desired outcomes,
Okay.
or simply dwell on feelings of peace and well-being.
It's like giving your subconscious an assignment to work on while you rest.
Yes.
Mm.
And you can even directly ask your subconscious for guidance and solutions while you sleep.
So like asking a question.
Don't be surprised if you wake up with new insights or creative breakthroughs.
So my subconscious is working on it while I'm asleep.
That's the idea.
That's pretty cool. So sleep is more than just physical rest.
It is.
It's a powerful tool for tapping into our subconscious power.
Exactly.
The book even talks about people solving problems and receiving guidance in their dreams, right?
It does. One memorable story involves Dr. Banting,
Okay.
or the scientist who discovered insulin.
Oh, wow.
He'd been struggling for months to find a treatment for diabetes,
Yeah.
and the answer came to him in a dream.
Incredible. It's like your subconscious is working on your problems in the background while you're asleep.
That's a great way to put it. The book encourages us to use our sleep time, not just for physical rest,
Yeah.
but for mental and spiritual growth as well.
This is all so fascinating, but to be honest, a little overwhelming too.
It can be.
There's so much to learn and apply. Where do we even begin?
That's a great question, and one we'll address in the final part of our deep dive. Stay
Okay.
tuned.
Welcome back to our exploration of the power of the subconscious mind. It's been an incredible journey so far, unpacking the mechanics of the subconscious and learning about practical techniques we can use to harness its power.
It truly is remarkable how much influence our subconscious has over our lives. Once you grasp this concept, it can completely change your perspective on everything.
It definitely has for me. I'm feeling excited about all the possibilities, but also a little overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information.
Hmm.
Where do we even begin to put all this knowledge into practice?
It's natural to feel that way. When you first start exploring this territory, it can feel like you've been handed a massive toolbox with no instruction manual.
Right.
So let's simplify things.
Okay.
If there's one key takeaway, I want you to remember it's this.
Okay.
You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind those thoughts.
That's a powerful statement. Break that down for me.
Our minds are constantly generating thoughts, both positive and negative.
Hmm.
It's like a never-ending stream of consciousness,
Right.
but we don't have to be swept away by every thought that pops into our heads.
Okay.
We have the power to choose which thoughts we focus on, which thoughts we give energy to.
So we can decide which thoughts we want to invite in and which ones we want to let pass by.
Exactly.
Huh?
We have the ability to observe our thoughts without judgment, to question them, and to choose the ones that serve us best.
That's a huge shift in perspective. Instead of feeling like we're at the mercy of our thoughts, we can actually become the masters of our minds.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that realization can be incredibly empowering.
So how do we start to develop this awareness? How do we become more mindful of our thoughts and choose the ones we want to focus on?
A great starting point is the practice of mindfulness.
Okay.
It's not about emptying your mind or stopping thoughts altogether. It's about taking a few minutes each day to simply observe your breath, your body, and your thoughts without judgment.
Okay.
Just notice them as they arise and pass away like clouds drifting across the sky.
So we're not trying to fight our thoughts, we're just observing them with a sense of detachment.
Exactly. And as you become more aware, you'll start to notice patterns in your thinking. You'll see which thoughts are recurring, which ones are causing you stress or holding you back.
That makes sense. And from there, we can consciously choose different thoughts, replacing the negative or limiting ones with positive, empowering ones.
That's right. Remember, repetition is key when it comes to the subconscious mind. The more you focus on a particular thought, the stronger the impression it makes. So consciously choose the thoughts you want to cultivate and repeat them, often, both mentally and verbally.
So mindfulness is a great foundation. Are there any other practices that can help us work with our subconscious more effectively?
Journaling is another incredibly valuable tool.
Okay.
Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you gain clarity, process emotions, and identify those hidden beliefs that might be operating beneath the surface.
I've always loved journaling, but I never thought of it as a way to access my subconscious mind.
It's a powerful way to do just that. It
Okay.
allows you to step back from the constant stream of thoughts and see them more objectively. It's like holding a mirror up to your mind. And once you identify those limiting beliefs or negative patterns, you can start to challenge and change them using affirmations, visualization, or any of the techniques we've discussed.
So it sounds like the key is to cultivate awareness through mindfulness and journaling, and then use specific techniques like visualization and affirmation to reprogram the subconscious mind with new beliefs.
That's a great summary. And remember, this is a process, not a one-time fix. There will be times when you fall back into old patterns of thinking.
Right?
Be patient with yourself, keep practicing, and trust that you are evolving and growing with every step.
This has been such an eye-opening experience. I feel like I've gained a whole new understanding of myself and the power of my own mind.
The journey of self-discovery is ongoing.
Yeah.
And remember, you have an incredible resource within you, your subconscious mind, that is always working to support you, guide you, and help you create the life you desire.
What a perfect note to end on. Thank you so much for guiding us through this deep dive into the power of the subconscious mind. I hope our listeners feel as empowered as I do to start exploring and harnessing the incredible potential that lies within.